And we are back. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Angry Mule Garage. Here today, me and Brando. Going to start working on the mini bike. We're expecting some parts for the go-kart and the mini bike today, so we are going to start working on that. A couple things I want to do first. We got the throttle assembly, new carb, full wiring harness, starter coil, all of that coming in. So with this, as you can tell, the handlebars are a little janked, a little bent out of out of alignment. So, and you can tell there's been some welds there. So what I'm wanting to do is cut these off and make my own bars. So I've got this 1/2 inch stock, and just like we did the little mini chopper, I want to just cut them, and I'm going to kind of create my own. I think I might just kind of stay with the original. Instead of having round, I wanted them pointy. And what do you think, Brandon? Instead of trying to make them, obviously they're going to be welded right in, so that's what we're going to do. We'll get those cut off, we'll get them cut, welded, and put it back on. What's that? You're good right here.
Top plate. It's a crack all the way. He's welded.
Might be able to put something in there and drill it and make it. You definitely do that. Little update. So we got the old handlebars cut off. Looks pretty good. They pretty clobbered up the welds pretty good, but got it cut off. Now we're going to work on building our replacement. Like I said, I've got this 1/2 inch, comes out to 7/8 diameter is the old ones, so got the 7/8. I want to do a similar style to this, but minus kind of the round. I think we're going to do a point. Looks pretty cool, so we'll get that cut, check back in.
Be careful how you use it.
So this is kind of what I was talking about. We're going to create a set of handlebars, cut them, did a 45, and then we're going to weld everything. So just about to tack these in, get these tacked in, and get them all welded up, welded to the bike. Little update, there's our new handlebars. Going to weld them in here, but basically what we're going to do is, instead of having them come straight out, I'd like to just put a little bit of an angle on them. So I'm just going to cut a little angle on them, and then we'll weld these in here. And we're back. Got our little update. Got the new handlebars in, and what a difference, man. Really like them. We gave them a little bit of a kick in. Good seat position. Finally got some goodies in, so ended up getting the full shebang here. So I've got carburetor with a new everything. So got the carburetor, got the new filter, obviously, for the carburetor, throttle assembly or throttle cable, another one of for the carb, the intake. On and off switch, kill switch, boom, new hand grips, throttle assembly, spark plug, fuel lines, fuel filters. We're gonna just run this little, we took this off our one of our pressure washers. It's gonna work perfect, just temporarily. Obviously, we'll see how it goes, but it's super cool. Pretty sure this is for the throttle assembly as well. Some zippies. Then I've got the full wiring harness. So I got another kill switch, because they both kind of came with, and the starter. So I'm actually going to need this one. Yep. Right? Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm going to use this one. It's gonna have a key. Got the key. So we'll probably start with all that stuff to get it wired up. Full wiring loom. What I'm missing, this thing's got a harness on it, but what I'm basically missing, and I watched, so I've got a new CDI. A lot of this stuff I want added extra because it's just good to have with what we do. CDI. It's got spark. We've already tested that. I'm bleeding like crazy. So another little sparky, which is sweet because we had that issue. It's awesome, right? Yeah. Couple sparks. Dude, this stuff wasn't that expensive, so I got this whole wiring harness for like 30 bucks, and then the carburetor was also 30 bucks, so. Oh, sorry, this is the CDI. New CDI, that's the regulator and the rectifier, I'm sorry. So, let's see another CDI box, which is great to have spares of. What I'm missing on this whole thing is the, well, this is for the plug, the ignition coil, and then this is what I'm missing is the starter relay. Boom. There's my starter relay. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Angry Mule Garage. It is another day of the mini bike build. Wanted to give yet again another update. So we got all our parts in over the weekend. Got this thing together. Like I said, when we started with this thing, the engine felt like it was pretty much locked up. Got it broke free. I believe it was maybe just the starter that was locked up. Got everything broke free. I ordered a Amazon wiring harness for a 110 dirt bike, 110cc dirt bike. It came in. I couldn't be happier. Same thing with the carb. So all I had to do was get the wiring harness and the carb. Got it on, fired right up. Had a few little issues to kind of troubleshoot, but nothing major. We're going to do, if you can see, it absolutely has not been started, so we're going to do a cold start. What we ended up doing too, so instead of doing a battery, I made the battery mount, but I have a bunch of these. So what I did is made it where I can recharge. This is for my starter. Essentially, this is just for my starter. Works great. Able to recharge that. I am getting charging coming back through the system from the stator or the rectifier, whatever you want to call it, either or, both essentially. But so we've got charging, so we will charge it up. But this is a cool little rig. Pretty much where I want before. I'm going to make some brackets for the fenders so they're not clunking, and then I'm going to make a panel over here so the ignition actually, you know, it's got a nice spot. We'll get everything fabbed up before we paint it. Bought a little cheap $8 kickstand from Walmart for a bike. I got to clean up the welds, but had to cut it down. I had like a sleeve, so we tacked that in there. Now it's got a kickstand. So I'm really happy with, I mean, dude, I got this thing for $100, frame, engine, all inclusive. Spent another $60 on it, and it runs great. Updated the shifter knob. So this is kind of funny. I think, you know, we talked about this in the past videos, but this is off of an ATV, this engine. So it has drive, neutral, and then reverse. They all work. They all actually work really good. So what we're going to end up having to do is I'm going to change this out for a 110 4-speed. Again, I've talked about that, but I want to get it all dialed in, get it painted. Why not enjoy it a little bit? It's geared perfectly for climbing. It'll do about 30 miles an hour, and it's geared low, so it's got torque. If I want to get a little more speed out of it, I'm thinking about picking up another sprocket for the back, a little bit smaller tooth. This way we can get a little more top end on it. But all in all, man, I am super stoked on how this thing came out. So the last couple times we've started this thing, it actually doesn't even like choke. So leave the choke off, choke's off, turn the key ignition, hit the button, literally fires right up. And it's 35 degrees outside. As you can see, I mean, you can see your breath. It's cold out here, but this thing's still fired right up. I did just, pretty cool. So all you gotta do is the neutral, first gear. Away we go. A little rough. Warm up a little bit. Great, dude. Cruise is about 30. I don't want to risk blowing it up.